What's up, guys? This is August from August Commentaries, and today I am doing a, replay of a multiplayer battle that I did against a guy named Piercing Shot. This is Medieval 2 Total War, just straight up Total Medieval 2, not Kingdoms. And I'm playing as Venice. So, have a quick look at my army. I have these Venetian archers. I have 5 of them. I have, I don't know, it was like, I think I have 10 or so, probably, no, not 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, close enough to 10. I have 6 Venetian heavy infantry, 3 units of pike militia, and then I have my general unit, 2 units of Knight Templar, and then 3 units of Broken Lances. Sorry about getting that all wrong. So I decided to use the hill advantage in this map. I haven't actually done multiplayer or custom battles really in about probably a good year or so. So this was my actual first battle against someone. And this guy was so butthurt. So have a quick look at his army. He has Knights of Santiago, unit of Conquistadors, his general bodyguard, which consists of Conquistadors, another units of Knights of Santiago. Let's see, he has, even though these were against the rules, I didn't really get too mad at him. He had 5 units of Musketeers, decided to do CWB and no like gunpowder or anything. Let's see, it looks like he has 5 units of these Aventuros, or whatever, Adventurers, I don't know, and then 5 units of dismounted Portuguese Knights, or actually 2, 4, 6 units of them. And that is his army. So, let's see, it starts off by reform. I'm just gonna fast forward through this. I put 3 units of cavalry over here, hoping to charge this main force, not really give too much about these guys being able to smash to this side. I was actually tempted to hide them, but then I could only really hide them back here because there was enough cover to hide the whole 3 units. So, I should probably put that to 6. And move up here from my view. So yeah, right now he was saying how stupid and noobie I was for taking the hill advantage. Which I guess, yeah, but I'm not camping the corner. I actually do move over to get the higher part, but still not camping the corner. Getting kind of close. But that's because he was moving all the way to this side, so I decided just to get a little bit closer. So, I redeploy, going right here. I end up moving my cavalry too because he decided to charge him with a little bit of his cav. Now, I think if we were to keep on the engagement, I probably would have won that engagement, but I didn't want to risk losing all of my cavalry so early on because they are very effective, especially against fighting these I don't even remember what they're called, musketeers. So he goes over here, and after a bunch of complaining, I'm like, I will move my army. And I decided, you know, here we go, right here. I stopped deploying because I decided that the best chance of this, because of the way his army was to sit here. He charges, and I don't get my guys back in time. So I charge some of his guys, and I do lose quite a bit of cavalry just because I'm trying to get these guys back up here. And I kind of get caught up in all this. So I do lose a unit due to routing, and I do lose a lot of cav right there. So I have just charged the last 2 in there, 3, and it was to no avail. So he decided to go and attack on my right flank with the majority of his forces. I'm going to move it down to normal speed. If we look down here, it's just some of his conquistadors, dismounted ones, and some of his dismounted Portuguese knights. So I charge these guys with my cavalry as I can before they can really get around. And I do take out over half the unit. And I I go back because I do not want to get into open combat. I've moved over some of my Venetian infantry over to this side just to help them from flanking, getting behind. So I said to actually charge in one unit just to help with the, my Templar Knights, or Knights Templar. Over here, he decides to engage this lone unit. They are holding pretty firm, looking rather sexy. And he does charge into my pikes. So I have this one unit right here holding off pretty much the entire force while I regroup my calf so I can get another charge in. He does bring up some pikemen, which makes it a little hard, and the remainder of his cavalry. Actually, I think he has a little bit more in there, but the majority of his cavalry is sent to this side. So I charge his cavalry head on to stop him from being able to really do too much. I decided to move in the rest of my infantry. I have to be wary though because of these Aventuros, the pikemen, because they will destroy my cavalry. So I decided to charge in again and just hold combat, trying to get these guys taken care of. As you can see, these guys do match my guys. He does pull out some of his cavalry to go charge. And I do see it, so I do send my general bodyguard in there in just a moment after he sent much. And then here comes the rest of his cav, including his general unit.
We are under attack!
Here it is. There's his general unit. So they kind of stay there and I shoot. I end up losing 2 units of archers, trying to get these guys. I didn't want to send in my general bodyguard yet. And he brings some dispatch.
Only half the enemy force remains.
And at this point, yes, I've killed half, but I've also lost over half of mine. We were pretty matched through this. And I didn't have much, so I try to pull these guys out, but they do get caught in combat, which kind of sucked. Over here on this flank, I'm losing pretty bad. There's really all that's left. So I pull him around.
Lord preserve us! We have lost half of our men.
I do keep in combat with these guys more because I forgot about. Actually, I didn't forget about them. I was just more distracted on trying to get rid of that so that way I can move these guys to this flank. I send in my archers to actually help with the combat just to keep a few of them freed up. I managed to route or just redirect these guys in my infantry, and I come around to go and kill these guys from behind. The adventurers have lost their pikes, so now I can charge them around, which leaves me open, and I do win on this side. Although I do lose quite a few units in this little skirmish, which I end up sending also my bodyguard in the fight just to help speed things along because this side is starting to get hammered, let's see. These guys are holding their own pretty well over here. I know I haven't really been talking about it, but I have a decent amount of force right there to hold them. And they do have a little bit of cavalry. I believe that's just a general right there, yep. And he pulls back so he doesn't lose his general. So on this flank I have 1, and I do have these 9 Venetian heavy infantry left to go help. And I smash into the side and back of helping win this one. As you can see over here, all these pikemen or adventurers are really starting to destroy these guys. I have the infantry over their own. I do send in the remainder of my archers just to help out. Because at this point there's really no need because the musketeers have us outgunned and outnumbered. So I do send in my cavalry to go finish these guys off as my guys have routed these, the rest of these. So I send everybody over here to go help on this flank. Well, I have all my cavalry minus this one of just like 3 that I kind of didn't really care too much for. I forgot actually. I charge in here, so he's firing into his own men and into mine in hopes to kill my cavalry because this is kind of his last stand, as you can see we're even right now. So I kind of just move on from group to group, destroying as much as I can in the short amount of time that I have on each one. Trying to get the most out of that charge bonus because these guys are pretty resilient. this side, my men are just met up, and all that's really left are these adventurers, which I think that's really about it. There's dismounted conquistadors.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain
point,
true and wholehearted, victory will be
his,
ours.
Musketeers. So we're reaching about the end of this battle. Although it could go either way, just because he still has, I don't remember where, over and down here. I think he forgot about these guys. It was his general bodyguard. So I finished up pretty much the remainder. There's 2 of these guys left, which is enough for my guys to take up. Up here, it's just the end of it, just finishing up, cleaning up the rest. And I see there's cavalry coming, so I send my. I actually don't send. I try sending.
Our foolish general has thrown his life away, and perhaps our chances of victory with it.
Which was kind of insulting, but they can't hold out combat very long because my cavalry have all the upgrades, and they're just a little bit stronger.
We're under attack!
To try to keep them at bay, I do charge off these last 3 to try to slow them down from a counter charge. And I finish up this unit. Now, over here, we have just killed off the remainder of his infantry. I send my bodyguard in to charge this last large musketeers, and there's only a few left. I send these 3 in to hold these guys off. And slaughter them pretty fast, but at this point, I have my remainder of my army. Yes, that's my whole army right there.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be
ours. So I go
ours.
and charge into him, and he charges into here. The moment I get to know someone to really do too much, everything crowds, and he sends his general to go run away with his coming point as he smack talks me, saying how unprofessional and newbie I was. And so, anyways, I end up chasing him around for a little bit, and he stops up there at the rock. Send him these guys to go into combat, and
it is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging it. We are blessed. This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue and
277 men
valor.
remaining, although a lot of those were recovered, as he had 26. Let's see. Casualties healed. As you can see, there was a lot of casualties healed. So actually, a majority of the men remaining are just casualty healed because there's only about 150 or so men left. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. I don't know what we're doing, but I just feel inspired to go. And I'm like, yeah, inspired. Because, 25 versus 1,090. It's totally